day everyone, I'm Manzano. I'll be discussing about biological basis of human behavior. The organization of the nervous system. Sensory input. Nerves bring information into the nervous system. Are the nerves that provides information to the nervous system and important for our brain to develop and continue to function properly. Integration. The brain and the spinal cord interpret sensory input through a process. Our brain and the spinal cord are said to interpret and know properly the sensory inputs of the process, and it is important because it helps us to increase our productivity in what we do and to make decisions quickly and efficiently. Motor output. Nerves transmit commands from the central nervous system to muscles and glands affecting responses. These are the nerves that give and deliver commands from the central nervous system to the muscles and glands to respond to them. Functional groups of human nervous system. Central nervous system. The nervous system information processing site is made of the brain and the spinal cord. It's the site of the nervous system and acts like our database of the body that holds and takes care of information and responsible for the functions of our body such as breathing, walking, and speaking. Peripheral nervous system. Outside of the brain and the spinal cord includes all the nerves in the body. These are the nerves commonly divided into sensory nerves that carry information to the CNS and motor nerves that transmit orders from the CNS. Functional nerves groups of peripheral nervous system. Somatic nervous system. Apparent pathways carry action potentials from the CNS to the body's skeletal muscles and transfer sensory information from the skin, skeletal muscles, and sense organs to the CNS. For example, when we touch hot water by accidentally, our action is to remove the hand away from it and save its hurt. Autonomic nervous system. The nerves of the autonomic nervous system fall into two divisions, called the sympathetic system and the parasympathetic system. Sympathetic system that prepare the entire body for strenuous physical activity during an emergency. This system helps to prepare our whole body if there is a new upcoming emergency and if our body needs effort and strength, as well as when we work hard up in the gym because our muscles need more oxygen to be able to respond, and it also helps our body when we running, walking up the stairs and do gymnastics. Parasympathetic system. It dominates in a quiet and relaxed situation, controlling our sleeping activities of of the body such as digestion. The opposite system of the sympathetic. This is when we are in quiet and relaxed situations, like when we rest, and this is also control the housekeeping activity of our body such as urination, crying, controlling the bladder, and slowing the heart rate. Spinal cord. Spinal cord, like the brain, is protected by bones called vertebrae as well as cerebrospinal fluid and meninges. This is important because it is connected to our brain and the CNS. It also functions as the body's main relay stations, but without it, the CNS can do nothing to our body, even though it works because the spinal cord is the main bridge of the CNS. Cerebellum. It is also called the little brain, which is a structure that is located at the back of the brain, underlying the occipital and the temporal lobes of the cerebral cortex. Although the cerebellum accounts for approximately 10% of the brain's volume, it contains over 50% of the total number of neurons in the brain. It is important for motor learnings, and its main function is to coordinate the timing and the force of skeletal muscles for body movements and to maintain balance. Limbic system. It is called often the emotional brain, which is a ring of structures surrounding the brainstem and interconnected by nerve tracts. It also has some important structures. These are the thalamus, hypothalamus, hippocampus, and amygdala. This system can affect the behavior of a person by a vital role in controlling his or her various emotional behaviors. Thalamus. It is located just above the midbrain and is almost in the exact center of the brain. It also acts like filter, sorting out the flood of sensory information coming into the brain. It is essential for perception, with 98% of all sensory input being conveyed through it. It is composed of different nuclei that each serve a unique role that covers the transmission of sensory and motor signals as well as the regulation of consciousness and alertness. Hypothalamus is a direct link between the hormones secreted endocrine system and the nervous system that regulates the autonomic centers in the brain stem that can influence blood pressure and heart rate contraction. It also has numerous connections with our brain centers that involve pain, pleasure, fear, and relaxation. It is important to the endocrine system because it alerts the pituitary gland to release certain hormones into the endocrine system, which ensure the internal process of the body to be balanced and working properly. Hippocampus is located near the ventral surface of the pons. It's a channel through which current incoming sensory signals generate particular limbic system responses based on the previous encounters with the same information found in memory storage. It is important because it is involved in storing long-term memories to avoid being forgotten and has an important role in spatial processing and navigation. Amygdala. It is an almond-shaped complex of nuclei just ventral to the hippocampus that receive impulses from all portions of the limbic system and the higher brain centers, and also appears to control human aggression. It is important because with the help of it, the stimulation of neurons in the central nucleus increases the magnitude of required motivation, and it has a role in linking spatial and motivational representations in the brain, and also involved in the process of attaching emotional significance to our memories and decision making. Also called as cerebral cortex. It is the largest part of the brain that's responsible for memory, speech, senses, and the emotional responses. It is also divided into 4 sections called lobes: frontal, temporal, parietal, occipital, and each handles specific segment of the cerebrum juts, responsible for our memory, speech, perception, reasoning, emotions, learning, and proper control of the action. There are 3 major areas which the lobes of the cerebral cortex. These are motor areas, sensory areas, and association areas. Motor areas. It is the region of the cerebral cortex involved in the planning, control, and execution of voluntary movements. It is also an area of the frontal lobe located in the posterior presental gyrus, immediately and anterior to the central sulcus. It is a region of the cerebral cortex that is involved in the planning, control, and execution of the voluntary movements such as speed movements of the fingers and hands, as well as the movements we perform in speech. Sensory areas. The brain receives information through our 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, often many at one time. It resembles the messages in the way that has meaning for us and can store that information in our memory. This is important because it supports language development, cognitive growth, problem-solving skills, social interaction, and gross motor skills such as running, crawling, jumping, and sitting. Association areas. It is an of the cerebral cortex that receive inputs from multiple areas that integrate incoming sensory information and also form connections between sensory areas and motor areas. It is important because it enables us to communicate effectively, and it supports abstract thinking and language. It also contains the information in different receptors or sensory areas and links the information to past experiences. The end. Thank you for listening.